So Donald Trump just got fact-checked live by Federal Chair Jerome Powell. You gotta watch it, and let's just jump right in.
Or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
So Trump was basically spouting up all these nonsense numbers, and Powell's like, wait, what are you talking about? He's shaking his head the whole time. This was the headline: Donald Trump and Jay Powell spar as U.S. President visits Federal Reserve. I want to watch the whole sequence of this thing, and let's just jump right in and break it down.
Well, thank you very much. We're looking at the construction, and we're with the chairman, as you know. Chairman, come on over. And we're just taking a look at what's happening. You know, it's a tough construction job. They're building basements where they didn't exist or expanding them, and a lot of very...
And you can see what's going on is Powell is like trying to stand away from Trump, and Trump's trying to like, come here, come here, come here. And I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at Powell's face here. He feels like a hostage here. That's what it looks like to me. What's going on, if you don't understand, is Trump's got these awful policies, be it tariffs, be it deficit spending, their stupid, beautiful bill, right thing. And they're looking for someone to blame. So they're constantly trying to blame Powell to take heat off of Trump. And then you got a bunch of Epstein stuff they're trying to distract as well.
Expensive work. There's no question about it. And Tim has been with me for a long time, and you're in charge of the committee.
Indeed. One of the reasons why I wanted to see it was the overruns of the expenses, wanted to figure out why.
So that's Tim Scott. He's a big crypto guy. Him and another senator, I think it's from Montana, are big crypto people. And they're always attacking the Fed. They want, I guess, everything to be Bitcoin and crypto. This is also what's going on today, the same day that they're touring the Fed building. Jeffrey Epstein's birthday album included letters from Bill Clinton and Leon Black. And basically, this is from the Wall Street Journal. It appears that they have a lot more to disclose regarding this birthday album thing. The first disclosure was, hey, Trump wrote a birthday letter to Epstein. Trump then sued, said it's all fake. There's way more details being released on this thing, so if you want to read that stuff, you totally can. Point being, though, is that Trump often lies, and now is getting fact-checked by the Wall Street Journal with proof, and also you're going to see Fed Chair Jerome Powell do the same. The DOJ is also, I guess, meeting with Maxwell today. That's Ghislaine Maxwell. I think it's in Florida, I believe. And there is no word exactly what the particulars are. I'm sure that stuff will come out later. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, I'm sure. She's probably trying to go for a pardon, but you never know in these situations, and we'll see if she testifies in front of Congress. Regarding the Jerome Powell situation, let's watch some more of this.
Yeah. So we're taking a look, and it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
It just came out.
Our notes had it about 3.1 as well.
3.1.
3.2.
This came from us?
Yes. I don't know who does that.
Are you including the Martin renovation? You just added
our entire capital.
Yeah, you just added in a third building is what that is. That's a third building,
Well,
including
no,
the
but
Martin building.
it's a building that's being built.
No, it was built 5 years ago. We finished Martin 5 years ago.
It's part of the overall work.
But it's
So,
not new.
So you can see Powell just called him out right there. He's like, what are you talking about? Give me that document. Let me look at it. He just called him out live. And this is what you need to see more of, right? You need to see more people call out Trump on his lies. I think it's something that not enough people do. We need more reporters to do it, more politicians. A lot of times people just stay quiet, but not Powell. And part of also what's going on is they're trying to create this fake controversy over the renovation of the Fed building and trying to go after him. Oh, you're waste, fraud, abuse, that kind of stuff. And they were claiming that Fed Chair Powell was building Versailles over there. No, seriously, that's what they were claiming.
So we're going to take a look. We're going to see what's happening. And it's got a long way. Do you expect any more additional cost overruns?
Don't expect them. We're ready for them. But we have a little bit of a reserve that we may use. But no, we don't. Expect to be finished in 2027. We're well along, as you can see.
Nice to take these off every once in a while when we're not under too much danger.
Yeah, and I feel like just, I mean, Chair Powell, he can't fight with Trump in public, right? You guys know this. He's need to maintain a particular decorum, but I'm pretty sure he wants to get out of there as fast as possible. That would be my bet.
Well, I'd love him to lower interest rates. But other than that, what can I tell you? The country is doing really well. I just briefed the chairman on the deal we made with Japan. Japan is putting up $550 billion in order to lower their tariffs a little bit. That way they have a little bit lower tariff. And they also opened their country to free trade, which nobody thought was even a possibility. And we get a zero tariff in the free trade. We don't pay tariffs, and they're going to pay 15% on everything they send into our country. So it's great. But they put up, as you could call it, seed money. Let's call it seed money. You could call it anything you want, but it's a total of $550 billion.
So there's a couple things going on here. One is it must be very frustrating to be Jerome Powell. You can see me like kind of looking around. I mean, it must be tough, right? Trump is actually talking about Japan giving money as seed money. Like, what is going on here? We've been talking about this before on several other videos regarding this $550 billion that keep bragging about. I don't think Japan's giving any money at the moment. I have not heard anything about that. I don't even think they have the money to give. They're talking about loans also, but then Trump makes all these other claims. And this is why it's important for people to fact check this stuff, right?
So nobody thought any of that was possible, and it's wonderful. And we're doing pretty well with the European Union, likewise. And we have some others. They're all really big, and our country's going to make a lot of money. We would be helped if interest rates would come down, but we're going to see how the board rules on that soon. I'd love to see them come down a lot. But we have a country that's thriving. We had a dead country 1 year ago. Today we have the hottest country anywhere in the world. And we'll get this one finished.
Mr. President,
Thank you.
And I'd be curious what they said to each other in private, or maybe Powell just like, leaves the room right away. I don't know. We probably won't know that kind of stuff. Maybe we report later if there is indeed some sort of private conversation. They're going to complain about mortgage rates, this kind of stuff. It's not just the Fed. You have to look at that the market is expecting Trump to have to issue a bunch of bonds, basically debt, right? U.S. debt to fund the government, because we're looking at too much deficit spending, and that's going to deeply affect the bond market. So you're also looking at inflation, which is Trump and the tariffs. So again, much of Trump's policy is tied to mortgage rates. They're going to blame the Fed, but it's not entirely the full story. I mean, the Trump situation, the numbers don't add up, which we talk about all the time on the channel. And from, like I said, talking about Powell's point of view, he's really not supposed to say, a lot of things, because anything that he can say publicly will affect the market. So he's got to be careful on that. Whereas Trump's trying to manipulate the markets, I feel like, all the time.
Well, it depends. What Japan did is they brought down their tariffs. They gave us $550 billion because they didn't want to pay 20. They were 28%. And they gave us $550 billion up front. 100%, 500. We get 90, they get 10. 90%, they get 10.
See, then that's just a total lie. I'm just being blunt with you. That is just a total lie. That's saying that Japan just gave $500 billion up front, 100%. Like you can hear him say, like, it's just a total lie.
And there's no payment. It's not a loan or anything. It's a signing bonus, I call it. But they gave us $550 billion and took down the tariffs a little bit. And then they agreed to open their economy to everybody. This was not easy. This took, a lot of people walked out of rooms and things. Sometimes they walked out of rooms, went back to Japan. Right. I said, where are they? They went back to Japan, and then they called.
And then you have this data to give you an idea how ridiculously large the number that we're talking about. U.S. trade agreement with Japan includes $550 billion in unanswered questions. And this says here $754 billion over, what is this, like from 1997 to 2024 that Japan has invested as a cumulative number. So this idea that Japan would, invest way more than they would in a single year is insane. For example, here it says in 2024, Japan foreign direct investment increased by $54 billion. Okay, that was in 2024, so that was a surge of 7.7%. But the idea that Japan would suddenly increase their investment in USA by 10 times seems kind of crazy. The numbers just don't add up. So that's what's going on. I don't think Japan's giving that much money. Again, I hear it's a cap, meaning that that's the most they'd ever invest, and we don't have necessarily a timeline or any specifics on the stuff. Basically, Trump is lying. And as you saw, Federal Chair Jerome Powell called him out.
Or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah, I haven't heard that from anybody.
So I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this one. I do appreciate your time, and I'll catch you all in the next video.